Good morning, everyone. I'm Jeff Teague. I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I'm your trusted and complete Toyota resource. I help you research the cars that you might be looking to buy, and I definitely help you learn more about the vehicles that you've already bought. So this video might help you with a couple different things. It's going to show you all about 2021 RAV4 LE, but also if you've already purchased it and if there are any buttons or controls or dials you might not be as comfortable with as you wish, maybe I can help you with that too. Let's get started. We're gonna do a pretty thorough review here. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the brochure. We're gonna talk about the LE model. So I'm gonna show you the specs on it. And then at the end of the video, I'm gonna show you the window sticker so you can see the line item pricing and also see all of the standard equipment and what might be optional. From the chronicles and the pages of RAV4 brochure, here we go. We've got the LE Hybrid, XLE. Feel free to stop the video so you can look at those. I'm going to focus in on the LE. We've got the powertrain, that 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine. I'll tell you more about that. This is an all-wheel drive that we're looking at here. Notice how the start and stop engine only works on the all-wheel drive. See exterior features. The standard audio is the 7-inch screen. I'll tell you more about that. One USB media port. That's the difference between the LE and the XLE. And then as far as options, blind spot monitor with rear cross traffic alert, and then the cover for the back are things that you could add in. This one has blind spot. And if you have already purchased a RAV4, congratulations, feel proud, have peace of mind that you are driving around the best-selling small SUV in the country for the last 3 years. That is very exciting. These are reliable, they're dependable. They get really good ride quality, really good handling, responsiveness. I think you're gonna be extremely happy with this. Boy, it's kind of chilly today. I love this scene though. You wanna know where I'm at? I'm filming at the world famous, at least for Raleigh area, Angus Barn Restaurant. If you're in Raleigh area, check them out. Back to the RAV4. Oh, and hit subscribe and the notification bell right now before you forget. Thanks everyone. Woo! Let's talk about RAV4 profile here. We got a lot to talk about here. When Toyota redesigned this model in 2019, they made it have a taller frame, a taller stance. It's more rugged in appearance. It's beefier. It appeals to a lot of different markets. Now, take a look here. We've got front and rear disc brakes, 17-inch steel wheels. They're not alloy wheels. They're sort of wheel covers. Then we've got the fuel mileage here. This is a 14.5 gallon fuel tank, and on the all-wheel drive you'll see a combined 30 mpg with 27 on the highway, 27 in the city, 34 on the highway. So 27 in the city, 34 on the highway, combined of 30. It's a one uptick jump if you get the front wheel drive. Remember, this is all-wheel drive. You'll also see standard turn signal indicators here. It has blind spot monitor added only as an option, so don't expect that standard and rear cross traffic alert as an option. Now the key itself. On XLE and above, you're gonna see the smart key. On this one here, it looks like one of those old switchblade combs you get as a kid. Like, ha, gotcha. But anyway, here's the key right here. It's got lock, unlock, and then if you hold that down, lock, unlock, and then it's got the panic button right there. So fits in your pocket just fine, opens it, starts it. This is a close-up of the steel wheels. Notice the matte black fenders right there. And it's all the way along the bottom. That way, if you run across any sticks or brush, hopefully it won't scratch your paint. There's me. And then we go around to the front. Plain. The RAV4 front grille has a trapezoidal shape. You'll see this shape in a lot of vehicles now. Toyota's going that way. It's sort of their signature, sort of like Lexus has that spindle shape on their vehicles here. You'll see multi-LED headlights with automatic high beams. More on that in a minute. LED daytime running lights. The ground clearance here is 8.4 inches, which is tall, but again, if you're pulling up to a curb or something right here outside a restaurant like this, you might want to just back away just a little bit just to make sure you clear it as you're getting used to how close you can get before tragedy strikes. Now, this one right here does not have fog lamps, so if you're walking through a dealership lot and you see this little insert right here, but you don't see fog lights, you'll know that it's the LE front wheel or all-wheel drive. It has Toyota safety sense, so you'll see radar technology here, plane, camera technology here, and that means it's got pre-collision system with pedestrian detection. What does that mean? It means the car can see people during the daytime or lower lighting. Toyota uses lower lighting, but I say at night. And also it picks up bicycles during the daytime. I say daytime. And then it's got road sign assist. The car can actually detect when you're getting closer to a stop sign, a do not enter, a yield. It also picks up the speed limit sign itself. So if you go past a sign, your car reads 45, it changes to 35. It'll switch on your multi-information display to 35. It'll even alert you, outlines it in orange. It can do a audio cue as well when you're going like 1 or 3 or 5 miles over the speed limit as well, which is a big help to some people, especially if you're prone to get speeding tickets. You might want to use that to kind of guide you. It's also got dynamic radar cruise control. It's got lane departure alert with steering assist, so it'll guide you back into your lane just a little bit, and it'll alert you that you might be crossing your lane without your turn signal. If you have your turn signal on to switch lanes, the car says, oh, Jeff means to switch lanes. I won't buzz. I won't go off. So let that alert you. Automatic high beams, what does that do? Some people know that already. A lot of people do. But imagine a country road when there are no cars. It's going to switch to high beams. Let there be light. And when there's a car coming, it switches down to low beams automatically by watching the car with the camera. So that's the front of the Grille. What do you think so far? Are you enjoying this review? Are you learning a little bit? The goal here is to learn at least one thing that you didn't know. One thing. 9 times, Mrs. Bueller. 9 times. With the engine performance here, it's a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine, and that's matched with an 8-speed automatic transmission. What does that mean for you? It means the car produces 203 horsepower, 203, and then 184 foot-pounds of torque. What does that mean? The car is actually quite zippy. It's not a race car by any means, but it can get you up a hill. It can pass somebody on a 2-lane road when you need to. It can pull out into traffic when it needs to. It'll give you that. And then the suspension, it's McPherson struts on the front and then multi-link rear suspension in the back. What does that mean? When you drive your car, feel how smooth it is going straightaways on the highway, on city streets. But go on a winding country road or like a tight turn on the highway or something. Notice how your car will corner very nicely, very tight, very responsive. The handling, the steering wheel, you'll notice, is very, very tight, very precise. Is that a good way to describe it? So just pay attention to that. You can report back after you test that out and just feel like, are you in control? Are you one with the road when you're driving on corners? Also notice the car has a prop rod right here, and it also has a little bit of soundproofing, which might make your engine a little bit quieter. That was an improvement that was added for the 2020 model year. Now we're at 2021. No real changes on the LE model between the 20 and the 21. Now, what will you notice as far as the drive system? What you're going to see is you're going to see front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, and it's an on-demand all-wheel drive system in this specific vehicle. That means it'll drive like a front-wheel drive. The front wheels are going to do most of the work. When it's nice, it's dry, it's not slippery out. But when it rains really heavy, when it snows, when you're driving through mud, you may send additional power to the back wheel. So they're all doing work. Then this one has what's called multi-terrain select. So you can select different buttons inside. I'll show you those. If you've seen those buttons, you don't know what they mean, I'm going to show you. So it can select mud and sand, rock and dirt, snow mode. Maybe those will help you think about as it's getting colder. Maybe we can use those modes. The car comes with LED taillights and stoplights. I'm not sure it's the daytime, but I've got some shade here. I'm going to show you how it backs up. I'm sorry, I thought it would be nice and quiet here at the lake, but actually there's some sort of tractor equipment running over there that just started up. So sorry. Ooh, plane. That's pretty cool. One thing I like is that all of the RAV4 trim levels are gonna have dual exhaust pipes, so it has that extra cool look to it. The backup camera's hidden underneath the lip here to protect it from rain and snow as much as possible. And then you'll see the rear wiper, of course. The towing capacity on this one, you can pull 1,500 pounds with either the LE all-wheel drive or front-wheel drive. Yeah, that's not a blooper. I just missed it. All right, so in here, this is an option that you could get, is the rear all-weather tray. It goes down here and then up the back seat as well so that you can protect things. Let's put down the middle seat. So, what could you do in it? I could probably lay down if I have to. I could sit crisscross applesauce if I had to. I could do that. For those of you that like statistics, we've got passenger volume, 136 cubic feet. Passenger volume, 98 cubic feet. Behind the first row, 69 cubic feet. Behind the second row, 37 cubic feet. See how the seat goes up just a little bit. So a little bit of a slope, but it's close to, let's say 80%, pretty close to that. It's a really tall interior cabin though, so you can stack things up if you're moving. We've got a pocket here. Okay, we've got a tie down here. Guess what? We've got a surprise tie down right there. A pocket light. Then we've got some more tie downs as well. The seats, when they recline, they can be in two different positions. I'll show you that also. And then if you have a cargo cover, it fits between here and here. And I'm gonna show you how to get a little bit of extra cargo space too. See the cargo space? It's nice and flat. If you want it to go a little bit deeper, you'll pull this up. And then it's got a hard backing. So this is for somebody who's desperate for more cargo space. You can slide it down into these grooves right here. Stella got her groove back. And then now it goes down another couple inches or so. So you've got a little bit more space to stack up further. We're checking out the spare tire area. These are 17-inch temporary spares that you'll find in your RAV4. You can see that right here. Comes with your jack equipment. This is a little bit of soundproofing as well. And then there are those grooves. I hear a plane, I just don't see a plane. We're gonna show how the seats can be in two different positions. This is the default position right here, and then it goes back just a little bit. You pull this lever up here, and it goes down so you can recline. Right here. Or right here, if this gives you an idea. It's not much, but it's just enough to change how you feel on a road trip. Here's the legroom that you can get. There's quite a bit. I'm 5'8", and then plenty of headroom here. Let's put the seat back. This is with it reclined all the way. So it is touching, but not many people are going to be sitting with the tallest person in the world who's got it reclined at this much of an angle. And then this seat, pretty comfy, pretty comfy. This is with the seat all the way. And then these are my Admiral Akbar socks. It's a trap, it's a trap. Let's turn it on. You can see both the multi-information display behind the steering wheel and then the multimedia touchscreen. This is a 7-inch multimedia touchscreen. That's standard. There's no way to upgrade it on the LE to an 8-inch screen. But here's our home screen. It's got 4 different pieces of information about your car. Those may be things that you want to see. Let's say you only want 3 pieces of information, or you want it changed around what you see. So we're going to go to the menu
setup, and then customize home screen. So see, these are the 4 things that we see. So if I want to change the layout, I can change it to this, 2 things, 3 things. Let's change it to 3. And then what are the 3 things we want? We want audio, eco, and phone. And then let's go to home screen. And now we've changed what our home screen looks like. So that's how to customize. To me, the things I appreciate about the interior cabin here, the fact that the buttons and controls and dials are not overwhelmingly complicated. There's not a lot that you need to learn right away. You can pick up different tricks and tips, maybe from this video or other sources, or just playing around on your own. You can pick that up on your own. The seats. It hugs around my back and spine. I like that. It does not have a power driver's seat. So if you need that, then you might want to go up to the XLE. But it has a pump on the side of the seat. I'm going to raise myself right now like a jack. Okay, and then I'm gonna lower down. Easy process, it's not too hard. You don't need a lot of strength to be able to move your seat up and down. But if you notice, it's going up and down quite a bit. Just like that. The seating, it's a nice, durable, soft fabric. Can it be durable and soft? You betcha. Fargo, North Dakota, you betcha. So we're gonna look at these seats right here from this angle. This is with the black interior. When you get a RAV4, you can look at other interiors, for example, nutmeg or gray. You can even get really funky on the adventure model and mix in a twist or 2 of orange. By the way, that's my water bottle right here. You can get this on my Amazon Tops Picks list. Go to the description section and you can see right here, I'm a little bit behind. I think it's like 10 o'clock right now. I should be there, but it reminds me, hey man, drink more water. I fill up 2 of those a day, or at least I try to. So here's what the interior looks like. From the back seat, you can see what I was talking about, where the buttons and controls are laid out in a nice, easy to use, easy to remember, easy to figure out pattern. Nothing overly super complicated. You'll see a lot of buttons, but I'm going to break those down in just a minute for you. Look here. Look how that window's cut out there, and the side mirror has been pushed out and down a little bit. That's to give you more visibility around that first pillar, that A pillar, so you can get better visibility, hopefully increasing safety just a little bit in a small, tangible way. Also notice you do not have the auto-dimming rear view mirror. It's just a standard traditional mirror. And you do have safety connect up here along with your door lights. No garage door opener for HomeLink. Let's look at some buttons. Plane! Safe travels, my friends. Holla! Let's go with the center column first because there's a lot here. What in the world is going on here? I don't know what you would put in this. Maybe a little bit of change or something like that. Michael Jackson says, make that change. All right, there's our one USB port, also a 12-volt circular port. I may suggest that you ask your dealership if they can add 2 USB ports in the back. Our dealership can do that. Maybe yours can as well. The shifter, it's pretty simple here. Reverse. That brings up your backup camera with the grid lines. You can go to neutral, drive, and then you can drive at sequential shift. Let's say you want to downshift in the mountains or something like that. You just go click it and pop it up, down, and here's how it changes it. We've got 8 gears, remember. See in the lower left-hand corner right there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from Sesame Street. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do, 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 do. If you guys don't know that, I'm sorry for you. What in the world is going on with this? Electronic parking brake. Watch this. When I put it into reverse, it takes off the parking brake. You'll hear the noise too. Okay? So when it's in park, it's going to be electronic parking brake. Brake hold. If you have your driver's seat closed and your driver's seat buckle buckled, then it will be activated. Right now, it won't be. driver's seat belt unbuckled. So if I did have it, you push that and it'll light up, meaning that you can use it. When you stop at a traffic light, it'll hold you in place for about 3 minutes so you can stretch out your legs, you can rest a little bit, move around, and then as soon as you hit the accelerator pedal down there, it'll start driving again. If you wait longer than 3 minutes, then it's going to switch to the emergency electronic parking brake. I always call it emergency brake. Here are your different driving modes. Normal is normal. Eco, short for economy, gives you better gas mileage. Sport gives you more rapid acceleration. It's really good to pull out if you're in rush hour and you have to get out of a driveway of a business, let's say, like my business. I want to pull out and then it'll go faster acceleration, zoom, like that. It also changes your icon to red. So this is normal, sport. Green, as you would imagine, is eco mode. Let's go down here. Here we go. Snow mode on and off. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. We're covered. Mud and sand, rock and dirt. Mud and sand first. That's mud and sand, and if you look, it turns off the pre-collision system and it turns off the traction control. Okay? And then rock and dirt right here. That way we can get more traction based on the terrain that we're working on. This is an all-wheel drive. This thing can do things that you would not imagine a RAV4 could normally do. What about the temperature controls? Well, what about it? This right here, it's not dual temperature controls. So see, this is the fan speed. It actually blows out quite fast. This controls, just follow the pictures, where the air comes out. And then this is the temperature. So it's not a digital temperature control in that it shows you're at 78 degrees or 68 degrees, something like that, or the lowest setting. And then if you want the maximum air conditioning, you'll have got to have air conditioning with recirculated air and then max air. Woohoo! Yeah, we don't want that today at all. Here's your front defroster and your rear defroster. And then this is just turn it off completely. All right. This can turn your traction control off. You would turn it off if you want to rock your car like it's stuck in a snowbank or something, or if you wanted to try and fishtail somehow or do donuts in a parking lot. That would be times when you turn it off. The car is designed to not let you bounce around, slide around. But if you wanted to do that for those purposes or something else you could think of, then you would hit that off. What the engine start and stop does is when you're at a traffic light, if you've got that system engaged, then it's going to turn off the engine so you can just idle quietly and without burning fuel. It's supposed to save about 1 mile per gallon in fuel mileage. So if that's important to you, that might be something you use. The negative in that one is sometimes you feel if you don't hit the accelerator right, it's going to just a little bit of a jolt or a jerk. Jolt is too strong of a word. You'll just feel it kind of as you get going. So if you don't like that, then you can turn it off. I'll show you how. Just turn it on and off by pushing the A, the Avengers symbol. So watch this. It's off right now. My key is if you see a red or orange light on your dash, that's the car giving you a little bit of a heads up. Hey, are you sure this is right? Something's not right. So it's off. The light is off, which means it's on, which makes no sense. But if you want to turn that system off, then it says engine start and stop off. It also tells you you're in park, so you can't go. And I don't have my seatbelt on. So again, those are a little bit of cues, little heads up, yellow flags, red flags. To plug in your Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, to get that to work, you have to plug it into the USB port and then connect that cable to your phone. And then it'll ask you on your phone, do you want to enable this system? And then you'll be able to see icons that you see on your smartphone. So you can do, I like the Waze, Google Maps, iPhone Maps, that kind of stuff. There's a menu so you can change your phone settings. Audio, I don't want that on. So you can adjust your sound. A lot of people, I see a lot of trade-ins and people have never touched this. If you want better sound, some people like more treble, Some people like more bass. I like 3 for treble and mid and 2 for bass. I might recommend that and just try it and see if you like it. If you want to send sound to your kids but not to you, then just move it around here. Or if your kids are sleeping on a road trip and you want to listen to something, maybe just move it over here. Maybe your spouse is sleeping too, so just send the music to you. They can't hear it as much. I'm going to change that though because I want the default to be there. I don't want people to get messed up. And then auto sound levelizer. Look at this. It's off right now, but I'm going to set it to low. When you get going, when you hit the accelerator, your car, as you go faster, is going to get a little bit louder because the engine's moving a little bit. You're going to hear some sound. Maybe you can't hear the radio as much. So if you want the radio to go up in proportion with the engine as you're going faster, do that. Hit it on high. Just play around with this and see what you like. I like a low setting myself just so you notice it, but it's real subtle. So map, if you had the navigation system set up, it would do that. It does not. If you have any apps set up, it's part of your infotainment system. Phone, we don't have any. We got to remove that. Don't know why that was there, but we're going to clear it. This goes through the tracks of what you're listening to, but you can add a new device by pushing phone, add new device. Real easy to do. What else do I have? I think that's it for that one. This right here is called a smart storage shelf. You can put your phone and your keys and your wallet, other things there. This is, hopefully every car you buy is going to have the owner's manual in it so that you can see the owner's manual, also the entertainment, the multimedia book. It'll be in there along with maintenance instructions as well. We're going to go over the steering wheel controls now. So let's look over here and see. Here's your cruise control. We'll start with what you know. This is how to turn it on and off. Okay, it's off, it's on. Okay, now to set it at a certain speed, you just push this. If I want to set it at 68 or 75 on the highway, just push that and it'll set it. And then it's going to click up and down. If you have it set at 68 on the highway, just push 69, 70, 71, 72, 71, 70, 71, 72, 71. That's how you do it. Lane departure alert. Actually, no, let's stay with cruise control. So look at the 3 bars right there. If you keep changing this, it's going to set the distance, the radar distance between you and a car in front of you. Let's say on a highway. If you want a conservative big distance, you'll have it on 3 bars. If you want to change it to a little bit more of an average distance, if you want to be a little bit closer, not tailgating, but closer, put it at 1 bar. And just feed what is best for you. Feed it. Feed the hunger. Feed the beast. All right, so that's that right there. And then we've got lane departure alert. This is also lane tracing assist. If you have your cruise set at a certain speed and your lane departure alert on, lane tracing assist is going to keep you centered in your lane for up to 8 or 9 seconds. You can even take your hand off the wheel if you were so bold, but please don't do that. That's my disclaimer. Kids, don't try that at home unless you know what you're doing. But it'll actually center you in your lane, especially on curves on the highway, or if you're, I hate to say it, but if you're distracted, keep that thing on. That way it'll keep you centered and you won't do anything evasive or radical. This goes through your preset stations. This goes between AM, Sirius XM, AM, FM, just like that. And back again. Over here, this is how to pick up a call. That's how to hang up a call. If you have an alert set up like my door's open, push this and it'll go back. Watch this. If you don't shut that darn door, it's going to come on within a few seconds. This right here goes across your multi-information display. See, this warning came on again. Here's your volume. This is your voice commands. If you want to do voice commands from the car, you just hit it 1 time.
Sorry,
Tune to 105.1 FM.
105.1 FM.
So you can do that. But if you've got your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, what you want to do is hold that down like that, and you'll hear it beep. So that's how you do it. So hold it down for Apple CarPlay, and then just click it once if you want to do the cars system. your lights, they're off. Even the daytime running lights are off. Now the daytime running lights are on. It allows you to be seen, statistics say about 11 to 13% more by other vehicles than if you don't have them on. These are your parking lights and these are your lights on. Okay. See that button right there? That's automatic high beams. That means it'll switch automatically between high beams and low beams if you have that A symbol right there with the headlight, automatic headlights. So it's off. I pushed it forward. I paid it forward. Push it forward, and that's going to start the system. See? Off, on. Just like that. And then this is pretty self-explanatory. If you want the rear wiper, twist this knob. Intermittent, off. One click, hit it once, it's going to go once. Down is intermittent. Regular, and then faster. Heavier snow, heavier rain. Let's go through the multi-information display right here. What we do is we use the pad, and then we use the OK button. So right now we're just going to scroll down and see what we've got. I'm going to go across. This is for lane departure alert and radar cruise control and lane tracing assist. The settings button, we're going to use that a lot. This is your all-wheel drive indicator. It's under the middle setting, the middle file. And that's going to tell you when you got extra power on each of the wheels. You're losing traction, so you need more power on this wheel or that wheel. You'll see it be on the front wheels during conditions like today, but when it's raining out or snowing out, you'll see them on the back wheels as well. Let's go across. This is the one, actually we'll skip this one. This gives you a message if you have service due soon or you have low tire pressure. You might see low tire pressure when it gets colder out, especially in the morning time. Okay, this is lane tracing assist. If I want to know more about it, I'm going to hold this down. Lane center, steering assist on or off, what's the sensitivity you want, and sway warning. Sway warning is if you go outside of your lane too much, it'll give you a warning saying you might want to take a break. Pre-collision system, let's hold that button down. This changes the sensitivity of it. Do we want it off? Do we want it on? Watch this. When we turn it off, look at that. It says the pre-collision system is off. So that's one of the things that it would do. I want to turn that on. I want that on for people. Blind spot monitor. Remember, this one has it as an option. So it's off. That's what it looks like on. Right in that mirror. That's where you're looking anyway to make sure the coast is clear a lot of times. So it's good to have it in that spot. Will it do it on the other side? Fargo, North Dakota. You betcha. Rear cross traffic alert. Do you want it off? And again, there's a warning saying, are you sure you want to turn that off? That's a good safety feature. Okay, road sign assist. Hold that down. Notification method. Do you want to be notified if you're above the speed limit? Do you want visual or visual and audio notifications? And then notification level. This one's interesting. Do you want to be notified if it's 45? Do you want to be notified when it goes to 46 on your dial? 48 or 50 on your dial? So 3 over, 5 over, 1 over. It's your choice. I'm not going to set that on for anybody right now. Vehicle settings. Let's hold that down. There's the engine start and stop. Do you want it standard or do you want it extended? Tire pressure warning system. Maintenance. Settings. Hold that down. Language and units. Do we want kilometers or miles? Sometimes people want to know how to change that. Fuel economy. Do you want the trip average, total average, or tank average? That could be cool. And then language, do we want English, French, Spanish? Yes, I know some French. I took 10th grade French. On va à la plage avec les jeunes filles. And then last, we'll look up above here. It's got lighted mirrors. Does not have the slider function, but it does block out a lot of the sun. We've got sunglass holder up here. Safety connect. If you want to hit that, That means maybe you were in an accident and you need personnel help or something other that might be an emergency. Maybe you ran out of fuel or something and your cell phone ran out of battery power. But you can't just push it on your own. You have to lift that up and then they'll respond to you. If you want your lights on, you just do that. If you only want them when the door comes on, you hit door. I like door. And then these are the O bleep handles right here. Oh yeah, everyone's got them, folks. We got a lot of crazy drivers out there. Crazy drivers. Here's the window sticker so we can learn more about the vehicle. This is the all-wheel drive, remember. If it's got a 2, it's made in Canada. If it's got a J, it's made in Japan. It has very good safety ratings. You'll get a little bit better, same average combined, but a little bit better if you get the front wheel drive. So here's the standard equipment. 8 different airbags, remember. All right. The factory MSRP is $27,450. Look at the blind spot monitor. That one right there is going to be $590. That also includes the turn signal indicators. So that's why this one had turn signal indicators. See, I'm learning here. And then we're going to add in delivery to the dealerships. If it has any options on it, the car will not come with carpet mats or the back cargo mat. This one right here is when you add in the all-weathers. You can get carpeted as well. And then this one will be $29,569 as it sits.
Thanks everyone so much for watching. I really appreciate you all. Please hit subscribe and also ring that bell. Scotty Kilmer would tell you guys, ring that bell. That means that you're gonna hit subscribe and the notification bell. That little bell will send a little text icon saying, hey, Toyota Jeff has a new video out, so you can be the first one to say first or first. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you all. We're at 63,000 subscribers, so if you know a family, a friend, or a coworker, anybody, if you know somebody who might like my channel, let them know. Maybe they'll hit subscribe and that. Ring that bell. Rev up your Toyotas. Anyway, thanks guys so much. Follow me on Instagram at ToyotaJeff1. Follow me on Facebook at Toyota Jeff. And I do writing. I cover Toyota breaking news at torquenews.com/Toyota, and my website is Toyota Jeff. Please go to the description section and click on my Amazon top picks list. Get one of those water bottles or maybe something else on my list. I've got lists from other family members that they recommend too, so maybe they got better ideas than me. They probably do. Thanks everyone. See you next time.